Hey, this episode, let's take the prosperity test and see, are you programmed for prosperity or poverty consciousness? Hey guys, Randy Gage here. I want to welcome you to another episode of Prosperity TV. I'd love to give you another exotic locale, but I'm actually kicking it live from the 305 back in my place. You can see I still have no artwork, but I got a sofa and a dining set. I'm getting there. So anyway, here's an interesting thought, an interesting test that you can take to see, are you perhaps sabotaging your own success, your own prosperity? Couple of examples, because you've heard me talk a lot about how we get programmed with poverty consciousness, how we get programmed with victim consciousness. I remember picking up the Fort Lauderdale Sun-Sentinel one day, and the headline says, "Millionaire arrested for murder." And I thought, well, that's fascinating, because I don't think I've ever seen a headline that said, "Poor person arrested for murder." Yet, what do you think the average are? How many do you think more poor people get arrested for murder or more millionaires? So, food for thought. Looking at all the coverage of the new president we have here in the United States and the cabinet he's selected, a lot of talk, a lot of media, a lot of social media about how many billionaires are in the cabinet. Now, if you want to debate those people for their political stance, their ideology, the quality of their ideas, their character as a person, I'm all for it. But why are we talking about whether or not they're billionaires? You see, that's an inherent bias against successful people. Just like that headline, "Millionaire arrested for murder." So here's your prosperity test. Here's what I want you to do for the next day or two. You probably could get this done in a day. I want you to test the next 5 situations where you're exposed to people talking about somebody with or without money. Meaning talking about a very poor person or a very rich person. And you want to be looking, are they talking about the poor person as like they're inherently noble or good because they're poor? And are they talking about the wealthy person as though they're inherently bad or shady or some negative connotation because they're wealthy? So think about this in TV shows that you watch, the plot, or movies that you go to, characters portrayed. I want you to do the next 5 situations. So TV or movie roles, news reports about actual people, any case where a friend is telling you a story about someone else, very poor, very wealthy, look for that here. And then of course on social media. Whatever you see on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, in one of those scenarios where it plays out, talking about somebody with a lot of wealth or somebody without a lot of wealth. And what is the inherent bias of that is the first thing to look for. And the second thing to look for is how you felt initially. If you see a headline, "Millionaire arrested for murder," because why do most people, they look at, oh yeah, you see, no matter how much money you have, money doesn't buy happiness, money, there's a default setting based on the programming that you have based on your thoughts about money and people who have money. By the way, I should have told you, I forgot to mention, we have a new sponsor of Prosperity TV. This is Zephyr Hills Water. And they are now a corporate sponsor of Prosperity TV. No, they're not. That's a test. That's a trick. How did you feel? They are not a sponsor. It's just water I bought at Whole Foods Market. But how did you feel when I started to tell you that now there was a sponsor for the channel and I was going to pitch you on the benefits of this water? What was your first reaction? What was your thought? And because that'll give you some insights into how you feel about money and wealth. So you want to really be bold, be brave, join the community, help everybody out. Do your test, go through the 5 things, the 5 situations, and then come back here and write about it in the comments. What did you see? What was the situation? How did it play out? What was your bias? How did you feel? All of that. So do that, share that with the community below. Until next week, peace, love you guys, and live rich. Work with me here. Get down below in the comments afterward and come back and report your findings. All right? Have an amazing week. Peace.